air travel can resemble a carefully choreographed performance. The friendly crew welcomes you at the door, and the organized boarding unfolds seamlessly. There's the enticing promise of reaching your destination within hours. However, beneath this polished facade lies a different truth, influenced by operational limitations and understated cost-saving measures. Most passengers remain unaware of these insights, which, although not announced over the intercom, can affect your comfort, health, and finances. Today, we'll reveal 7 in-flight secrets that airlines typically don't share. These truths aren't just myths. They're rooted in the reality of aviation, supported by documented practices, safety data, and the insights of seasoned travelers who notice the unnoticed. Knowing these facts will transform your perspective on air travel and empower you to make informed choices on your next flight. Subscribe to Travel Tactics for more daily insider knowledge about air travel. Let's dive in. Chapter 1: The Temperature Trap of the Window Seat. When asked about seat preferences, most passengers tend to favor the window seat. The appealing views, privacy, and supportive wall make it a popular choice. Yet, it's seldom mentioned that this desirable location can also be the coldest in the cabin. At cruising altitude, outside temperatures can plummet to around 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 40 degrees Celsius. While aircraft fuselages are insulated to ensure safety and pressurization, they don't completely mitigate temperature fluctuations. The window seats panel is just a thin barrier separating you from the frigid exterior, allowing cold air to seep in gradually. On longer flights, especially those over 6 hours, this persistent chill can lower your body temperature. The effects are felt most acutely if you remain seated for long periods without movement. This isn't merely anecdotal. Thermal mapping confirms that cabin temperatures can differ by several degrees based on how close you are to the outer wall. Narrow-body planes like the Boeing 737 and Airbus A320, commonly used on medium-haul routes, generally possess less insulation than long-haul wide-body jets, amplifying the problem. Seasonal weather also plays a role, with routes over frigid areas, like transatlantic winter flights, intensifying the cold. A simple yet effective remedy is packing a light sweater, cardigan, or scarf in your carry-on, even if you're traveling to a warmer destination. Experienced flyers often carry a compact travel blanket or pashmina for these situations. If you forget to bring something warm, kindly request a blanket early in the flight, before supplies dwindle. Blankets are usually stored in sealed bags in the galley. Such small precautions can make a significant difference in how refreshed you feel upon arrival. Chapter 2: The Hidden Risks of Hot Drinks. Sipping a hot beverage mid-flight offers a comforting ritual that brings familiarity to an otherwise sterile environment. Yet, many passengers remain unaware of the source of that water. On the majority of aircraft, hot beverages like coffee and tea come from onboard holding tanks connected to the galley taps. Airlines adhere to basic sanitation schedules, but numerous studies, including those by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, show that these tanks can harbor dangerous bacteria like E. coli. The concern isn't about untreated water, it's the infrequent cleaning schedules that could leave tanks unmaintained for extended periods. Short-haul aircraft, which operate multiple legs each day, face particular vulnerability due to limited time between flights. Although water safety regulations exist, compliance varies among airlines and jurisdictions. Even if the water meets minimum standards, you'd likely prefer not to drink it if aware of its storage history. Safer options are available. Choose sealed beverages, bottled water, sodas, or juice boxes, as they bypass onboard tanks entirely. Some travelers bring their own tea bags or instant coffee packets and request hot water from sealed bottles, though this depends on crew policy and available resources. Interestingly, premium airlines now highlight that they prepare hot beverages with bottled or filtered water, recognizing that passengers are increasingly concerned about onboard water quality. For most travelers, the key takeaway is straightforward. Staying hydrated is essential, but you don't need to risk drinking questionable water thousands of feet in the air. Chapter 3. The messiest spots aren't in the lavatory. Airplane restrooms often receive a poor reputation, and while they're heavily utilized, they're also among the most frequently cleaned areas. Other surfaces, however, don't receive the same attention and can be far dirtier, specifically, the tray tables and the seatback pocket. Tray tables, utilized for meals, electronics, and even as makeshift changing stations, often receive only minimal cleaning. In contrast, seatback pockets are fabric or mesh pouches that trap crumbs, stains, and small debris. Thoroughly cleaning them requires time-consuming laundry, which airlines usually skip outside major maintenance cycles. Cabin crew tend to remove only visible trash, leaving behind contaminants that can't be easily accessed. You can control your own experience. Bring disinfecting wipes and clean your tray table prior to use, ensuring that you're not eating directly off of it. Avoid placing uncovered food directly on the surface, and don't store personal electronics or snacks in the seatback pocket, as it's impossible to determine what might linger there. Some health-conscious travelers even pack small, folding lap trays for a cleaner barrier. These simple actions can greatly reduce your exposure to bacteria and viruses in high-contact areas. Chapter 4. Timing flights to minimize delays. Delays extend beyond mere inconvenience and can disrupt travel plans significantly. Thankfully, the timing of your flight can enhance the likelihood of timely arrivals. Airline schedules function on a tight coordination. If one flight delays, it often affects subsequent departures, causing a cascading effect that is particularly pronounced in the afternoon and evening. Conversely, morning flights, especially those before 9 a.m., tend to encounter fewer problems, as aircraft are usually parked overnight and prepared for timely departure. Moreover, mornings offer a meteorological advantage. Early hours typically experience calmer air, leading to fewer weather-related delays and smoother journeys. On the other hand, afternoon heat can cause turbulence, while late-day storms are not uncommon in certain regions. Flying early not only helps you avoid delays, but also provides greater recovery options should something go awry. If your morning flight gets cancelled, rebooking later that same day is often possible. In contrast, being on the last evening flight means that a cancellation could lead to an unexpected overnight stay. Seasoned travelers consistently use this strategy, particularly on routes known for congestion or unpredictable weather. It ranks among the simplest ways to enhance your chances of timely arrivals. Chapter 5. Why the back of the plane may be better. Conventional wisdom suggests that the front of the plane is superior due to less noise, quicker boarding and deplaning, and sometimes a smoother ride. However, the aircraft's rear section holds underestimated advantages that might make it a more appealing choice. If the galley is in the rear, flight attendants are nearby, enabling quick responses to passenger requests. This proximity allows them to discreetly provide extras like an additional drink or snack without drawing the attention of the entire cabin. The back of the plane can also be less crowded. Many passengers opt for front or middle seats, leaving vacant rows in the rear, particularly on flights that don't fill up completely. Having an empty middle seat next to you provides more overhead bin space and fewer interruptions during the main service. Safety statistics present an additional layer of consideration. Although accidents are rare, some studies indicate slightly higher survival rates for passengers seating toward the rear. While this isn't a cause for panic, it adds an interesting perspective reflected in several analyses. Though the trade-off involves deplaning last, for many, the benefits of comfort, personalized service, and peace of mind outweigh the longer wait. Chapter 6. The neck pillow inflation error. Neck pillows represent simple travel gear, but incorrect usage can lead to discomfort or even damage to the pillow itself. A common mistake is inflating an air pillow fully before takeoff. As the aircraft ascends, cabin pressure decreases, causing any sealed air chamber, like an inflatable pillow, to expand excessively. A fully inflated pillow on the ground may turn rigid or burst at cruising altitude. The solution is straightforward: inflate it only about 3/4 full before takeoff. By the time you reach cruising altitude, it will reach the ideal firmness. This small adjustment also aids in storage during boarding and lessens tension on the pillow seams. Memory foam pillows bypass this issue altogether, although they require more space in your carry-on. Choosing between inflatable and foam depends on your packing habits and comfort preferences, but being aware of how pressure variations affect each type helps mitigate surprises mid-flight. Chapter 7: The Perk of Special Meals. Airline meals have earned a reputation for blandness and uniformity, but there exists a simple way to enhance your in-flight dining experience: order a special meal. Options such as vegetarian, vegan, kosher, halal, low sodium, or gluten-free are prepared in smaller batches, ensuring greater attention to quality. Since special meals are loaded separately, they are served before the main service, allowing you to eat sooner and avoid menu shortages. This often results in fresher ingredients, diverse flavors, and better presentation than standard offerings. While ordering is complimentary, requests must be made at least 24 to 48 hours before your flight. Even if you don't have specific dietary restrictions, trying a special meal can significantly boost your onboard experience, and it's one of the few perks airlines provide at no extra charge. The cold realities of the window seat and the unseen bacteria on tray tables highlight how numerous small yet significant details influence air travel. Although airlines may not publicize these facts, understanding them equips you to prepare better, travel more comfortably, and avoid unnecessary risks. Air travel shouldn't feel like a gamble. With the right knowledge, you can transform even a basic economy seat into a smarter, safer, and more enjoyable journey. Subscribe to Travel Tactics for more insider strategies and travel insights.